So you're looking to move to the Charlotte, North Carolina area, but you'd love to find a neighborhood that marries nature and convenience. Maybe a little bit of water access. Maybe really easy to get to the airport, but also not too far away from Uptown Charlotte. Well, if those are your requirements, there is a new development that might be right up your alley. In this video, we're going to talk all about the River District. Probably one of the most impressive developments that Charlotte has seen since we've had Birkdale Village and Ballantyne. In this video, I'm going to go into all the details as to when there's new releases coming for the builders, but also what all the River District has to offer and why it's already so popular. Stay tuned to the very end because I'm going to share with you some really cool details of new releases of properties in the River District and give you a better understanding of what it might look like to live life on the riverside. If you're looking for everything Charlotte, North Carolina, the ins, the outs, and everything in between, including South Carolina, then you have come to the right channel. Be sure to hit the subscribe button to be the first to know about all changes coming to Charlotte. I'm 𝗖𝗁, your Charlotte real estate expert and South Carolina, and we get calls, texts, emails, Zoom invites every single day from people just like you looking to move to the Charlotte, North Carolina area. So if that's you, drop down into the description below. All of our contact information is there, whether you're making the move in 9 days or 90 days. If you're moving across the world, across the country, or just across town, we're here to make your move everything you want it to be. So let's talk all about the River District. Why is it so popular? What is it going to be about? And how can you get in before everybody else? Well, before we dive into the details of the development itself, I want to take you a few steps back and tell you a little bit about the inception of this. Charlotte, North Carolina is flanked with beautiful lakes, including Lake Norman, Mountain Island Lake, the Catawba River, and to the south and southwest, which is Lake 𝗖𝘁. Now, with all of this being said, there are very few areas where you can actually go walk on the river or go enjoy a bite to eat. In fact, while there are some restaurants that are on many of these riversides and lakesides, they are not super prevalent. Most of the waterways are lined with private property or even some public parks, but not nearly to the scale that we are going to see in the River District. Crescent Communities, the city's largest developer, has pretty lofty goals for sustainability for this mixed-use development known as the River District. As one of the biggest planned developments in the city since Ballantyne, they actually have a plan on keeping over 40% of the land in this community as open space, greenways, and yes, a river walk. That means of the 1,400 acres that are going to be in this community, about 550 it are going to remain completely untouched or will remain in a way in which it's more natural and yet reachable for people for biking and walking and, well, just enjoying nature. Now, one of the biggest ideas behind the River District is to incorporate what you would see in more of a village kind of setting into this particular development. So it could reduce the need for cars, meaning you can live nearby and walk or ride your bike to the grocery store or really anything else that you might need in the village or in town. Now, one of the major conveniences of this is that you're also connected very closely to the Charlotte International Airport. In fact, the West Boulevard extension has been completed and had its grand opening, connecting right into the River District's main entrance. Now, there is residential area all around this, but this particular plot has actually remained pretty much untouched and the area is fairly rural. In addition to this, there really isn't very close shopping except if you go about 10 minutes south or 15 minutes south into more of the Steel Creek area. Now, this isn't a community garden like you might be thinking. No, in fact, this is a true working farm where the individual working and running this farm is actually going to live in the house and on the land. It's kind of a cool concept and brings rural in with a village aspect while still being in really close proximity to Uptown Charlotte. Now, the River District had been first proposed in 2016 and it has taken a long time to get where it is today. There's a lot of permitting, licensing, approvals, and even working with the Catawba River Keepers who will ensure that the river remains at least as untouched as we possibly can make it, while still make it convenient for people to be living there. Now, while that is a pretty big goal to have, with the way that this development is going to come together, there is a lot of different facets. You have multi-use, which is going to include restaurants, bars, shops, etc., grocery. You're also going to have the availability of people to have townhomes and single family homes as well as apartments. With all of this put together, it is its own little town and its own little ecosystem. So the possibility for generating this kind of revenue is certainly there. So flash forward from 2016, we're now in 2025, and the breaking ground of this area has already begun. In fact, we're going to see properties coming available as soon as the summer of 2025. Now, the build out is going to take several years for full completion, which means there's plenty of opportunity for you to get in there. But what does this truly look like, and what can we foresee for the River District? Once fully built, it's going to have a full riverfront park along with a boardwalk. In addition to that, it's also going to have over 8 million, that's right, million with an M, square feet of commercial space, 500,000 square feet of retail space, 2,300 single family homes, and 2,350 multi-family residential units. All in all, that's a pretty gosh darn big development, and in fact, it's going to surpass many of the other neighborhoods in the Charlotte area. The timeline for some of these single family homes has already begun, and in fact, while some of these homes are going to go ahead and be available as soon as the summer of 2025, it's expected that the River District's first phase, which is West Row, should be completed by the end of 2025. And the second phase, which is Basswood, should be breaking ground by the end of 2025 as well. The goal is to continue to layer development so that we are consistently growing and that there's no pause. There are 4 builders that are already beginning construction in the first phase known as West Row. These builders are DRB Homes, David Weekley, Toll Brothers, as well as Saussy Burbank. Combined, they're going to bring 129 single-family homes to West Row. West Row's not only the first phase, but it's going to be the town center, and from there everything will be built out from it. Now they're going to offer 2 different styles of home, even though there's 4 different builders. These are going to be farm and town. The farm style, as you could probably guess, is going to have neutral palettes, wraparound porches, beautiful wood features. Meanwhile, the towns are going to offer a more modern look, contemporary features, and dark tones, as you would expect. Back in November, Crescent Communities broke ground on Novel River District, which is a 318-unit multi-family, multi-use building that's set to open in 2026. As the community builds out, the opportunities are going to be immense. Now, when is the best time to get in? Well, the sooner the better, but the house has to match your style. I will say phase 1, you're going to be much closer into the main town and village area, which means a much closer walk to shopping, dining, and entertainment. But this community is unique, and there is nothing else like it in Charlotte. With 30 plus miles of trails, riverfront access, dog parks, a 2-acre farm, homes, apartments, residential amenities such as pool and clubhouse, of course, but also opportunities to work in the community. Could you imagine taking a step back in time where you could walk to wherever you needed to eat, walk to wherever you needed to work, and walk home? It gives a little bit of a feel of an Uptown Charleston and maybe a hint of New York, where you have the ability to walk wherever you want, but it has that southern charm, that slowed down pace, and the community that you're really looking for, coupled with living side by side in nature and having beautiful accessibility to the river. Honestly, this is the development that I am most excited about in the Charlotte area. And I'm going to be doing far more videos as these properties come available, as they start to expand, because there's going to be so much to dive into and so much to learn, and you guys are going to want to see it. So what's the biggest reason why you probably need to be looking at the River District? You're ready to slow it down, but be at the forefront of one of the most unique communities in the Charlotte region and probably in the Carolinas, then this is the place that you need to check out. So do you have questions about the River District? I'm sure you do. If you do, drop them into the comments below. And if you got value from this video and you want to stay on top of everything Charlotte, North Carolina, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. As I mentioned earlier, we get calls, texts, emails, Zoom invites every single day from people just like you looking to relocate and move to the Charlotte, North Carolina area and South Carolina. So if that's you, drop into the description below. All our contact information is there, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, whether you're across the world, across the country, or just across town. We're here to make your move everything you want it to be. Until next time, I look forward to showing you around town. So you're making the move. There's a lot of videos that you can be watching, like this one right here, or maybe even this one. Really either one of these, but honestly, watch both of them because they're gonna help you make the move. Go ahead, pick one. They're both really good.